So it looks like we have our first bit of story continuation for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Now, I know that a lot of you guys don't really like to have to follow Warzone because you think it's bullshit. You think that we should get the whole campaign in the actual campaign, maybe in a story DLC, a lot of you guys have said. And that to me sounds like a good idea. Sounds like I would love to do that. But we know that for the foreseeable future, all campaigns will never end with the campaign. They're going to continue in Warzone because it sells, because it keeps the story going, because it keeps players coming back. I mean, it's just the new reality that we're in when it comes to Call of Duty. That goes for Treyarch, that goes for Sledgehammer Games, that goes for Raven Software, that goes for everybody. All of the developers are going to be doing this because it is what they need to do. But with all that being said, February 16th, 1991 was the last mission in the campaign. That's when we had Jane Hero and we had the big fight. So that was the final mission that you played. 2 weeks later, which would be like February 30th or probably pushing into March, the Rogue team, which consisted of Sev, Felix Newman, Russell Adler, Marshall, Woods, and potentially Case were a part of this meeting with the CIA director Daniel Livingston, and they conversated about Pantheon and how Pantheon was still within them and they needed to go to Avalon to hunt down the remaining Pantheon agents. So now that's where the story ended. But with this new Warzone cutscene, we cut to 10 months later, and it is now December 7th, 1991. The Rogue team is currently on the outskirts of Avalon in a team hideout. We don't see Felix Newman, we don't see Russell Adler, we don't see Woods. The only people in this scene in particular are Sev and Marshall. Now, Sev is telling Marshall that they're going to infiltrate Avalon to stop Pantheon from taking control of the global crime networks. And the way that they're going to do this is by aligning themselves with the French syndicate to take out the Lutazi family. And once that happens, the French syndicate is going to owe them a favor. When we say them, we're talking about the Rogue team consisting of Marshall, Sev, and everyone else. And so that's where the story is at. Now, I know that it's not a lot to go on, but it does give us the next little bit of information and of what's going on. The cutscene feels very similar to the cutscenes of the campaign for Black Ops 6. And if that cutscene would have happened right after the final cutscene that we saw in the actual campaign, it would have flown pretty good. So it looks like we're going to be flowing in chronological order. It looks like we're going to be getting cutscenes to tell the story. And as long as we follow them and stay on track with them, we're going to get the full story of Black Ops 6 for the campaign mode. Sev's outfit looks a little ridiculous. We know that she likes to dress up and everything, but the tattoos, the pink hair, it looks wild. Marshall, though, on the other hand, he's kind of dressed like he was when we were in Washington and he was dressed as a police officer. That didn't make all that much sense to me, but whatever, we're not going to get that deep into it. That is the story continuation of Black Ops 6. We will keep an eye out this season to see what other story beats happen. Now, I do want to bring this to your attention. With the big time gap of 10 months, I wonder if following seasons are going to take us in between those 10 months and kind of fill in the gaps, or if we're going to move into 1992. Personally, I hope we move forward and we continue to advance. So potentially the next time that we get a story update is going to be in 1992 and onwards.
I'm not sure how you pulled it off, but it's not lost on me that you prevented one of the greatest catastrophes of our time.
So you want us back?
Something like that. Can we trust one another?
Working on it.
Right now you have something of great value. Anonymity. You're in the shadows.
No shit. We've always been in the shadows.
Not like this. Your reach is greater than it's ever been. We need you, Woods. All of you. I can provide whatever you need. Accommodations, resources, cash, additional manpower. All of it off the books.
I thought the Cold War was over. No more need for, what was it? Global gunslingers.
Yes. The Cold War may be over, but the world is more dangerous than it's ever been. The nature of our enemy is unclear now.
What do you want us to do about it?
What you've always done. Protect us. Harrow may be gone, but not the Pantheon. I need you back in Avalon.
You think it's still a threat?
I do. And worse. Whatever cabal brought Harrow into the Pantheon still lives inside our house. We thought they were long gone. But it turns out, they never left.
The Pantheon Talions infiltrated Avalon's underworld. They're after the global crime networks. It's all about influence and control.
We're not gonna let that happen. Sev, what's the play?
We need allies. My Reco, the French syndicate. We can't trust them, but we can make a deal. We take down the rival Lutazzi family and they return the favor. It's a three-part operation. First, distract. The Lutazzi have rare tastes. We use that against them. Second, sabotage. We cut their legs right out from under them. Third, we get the fuck out.
Right. And when it goes off the rails?
We improvise.
And if the guild gets involved?
You worry about the Lutazzi. I'll take care of the guild. Time to get your hands dirty.